Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Full Metal Classic. We have been gone for a while, but much like the name underneath Caleb Boatman says, I'm guessing we're back. And specifically, we are back for a very special match for Trivia for Thon 2, run and headed by our own Nico Rigoli. We're going to throw to him in a minute to talk about what this is about. But first, we're going to introduce everyone else. Starting with the man on my right or left, I don't know. I always get confused by directions on the StreamYard. It is Mr. Hillbilly Scribbs making his Full Metal Classic debut. How do you do, good sir?
Howdy. I'm happy to be here today. Been wanting to get in one of these things for a while, and really excited about hanging out with you guys for a little while today.
Absolutely. And next to him, we have a man with a shiny belt, Mr. Bill Philadelphia Carriola. How do you do, good sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. This should be good. This is a good fun time. I'm at 500 now as far as classics go, so I'm hoping to get to a winning record. But if I don't, it's cool. But you're all cork suckers if I don't, so it's fine. So.
Absolutely. And beneath me, we have the man who held up our stream being late, because I have to call it out because the audience keeps asking why we were late. So it was Boatman, the man who was inexplicably older than me. Boatman, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'd just like to say it was not my fault. It was Iowa internet. A storm blew out my house's internet, so I literally had to go to a friend's house. Yeah. They're
friend's house.
Yeah, I just broke into a Casey's gas station.
I don't know what that means.
I do.
And right next to him, we have Mr. Nick Big Sal Carly, our final to-win person from last season. Nick, you were the last person to reach 2 wins last season. You could be the first to reach 1 win this season. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I didn't end up with the win, but I was very happy with my performance in the tournament. So I'm hoping to keep it going.
Yes, and I will say, please do not spoil the Classic Championship match specifically, because that still has not aired yet. I don't know if anyone here knows who won it. I think Boatman might, but that has not aired yet. It's coming soon, or so I've been told.
Yes.
But last and certainly not least, we have Mr. Nico Rigoli, the man who is spearheading this whole thing. Nico, how are you doing? And tell us a little bit about why we're doing this and what we're doing this for.
I am doing pretty well. I'm happy to be on a call with 4 great people who all wanted to be involved in this in some way, shape, or form. Nick and Bill, I manage them in a different league. Hillbilly, he's been very accommodating to help make get the word out about this event. And Boatman is just a wonderful guy. But we are doing this. This is the first match of 2 of the second night of 8 for Trivia for Thon 2, #Trivia, the number 4, THON, the number 2. There's a link in the description below of this video where you can donate to my donor box. All the proceeds go to the 4 Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of my and my alma mater, Penn State New Kensington's joint fundraising efforts for the annual Thon event. Let me explain what the 4 Diamonds Fund is, and let me explain what Thon is. So 4 Diamonds, they are an organization where all the proceeds go to finding a cure for pediatric cancer, but also go towards covering the costs of the families who have patients enrolled in Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital. It's a great thing. And every year, members from every Penn State campus, and there's 24 of them. So that's a lot of people going to University Park to dance for 46 hours straight at the Bryce Jordan Center to raise awareness and raise more money for the 4 Diamonds Fund. It's a gigantic thing. And the whole point of Trivia for Thon, specifically this second annual Trivia for Thon, is to do the marathon, to do a marathon of trivia and debate matches for your entertainment while raising awareness for this wonderful cause.
Nice.
Well, all right. With that being said, let's do some trivia. Round number 1 is going to work like this. It is going to be 8 questions from 8 different but possibly very similar and maybe overlapping categories. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. At the end of those 8 questions, whoever has the lowest score will be eliminated. You have 3 repeats to use throughout the match. Again, if you need to repeat for technical reasons, please clarify that, and I will not charge you. Reminder to keep hands on screen. And yeah, I think that's about all I need to say. So with that, gentlemen, the first Full Metal Classic question of 2020 comes in the category of animated movies, the way we always start it here on my show. What is the real name of the titular character in the film Corpse Bride? And I am looking only for first name. I love this movie. I love Tim Burton. Not his Planet of the Apes, though, because it's very, very bad. And we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Scribs.
Okay. I've never seen this movie,
Oh,
but I'm just gonna guess because this is a girl's name, Elizabeth.
You're not far off, but that is incorrect.
Ah.
Bill.
I have also never seen this, so I took a shot in the dark with Amanda.
Also somewhat close, but incorrect. Boatman.
Isn't it Emily?
It is Emily.
it is Emily.
Nick.
I did not hear the word titular, so I just thought of the main character. Her name is Bill. I did.
And also, the main character in that movie is also not named
I know.
Bill.
I know. But
And
that's who I
Nico.
was thinking of.
I also have not seen this movie. I wrote Diane.
Diane.
All right.
That is incorrect. Emily being the correct answer, Boatman being the only person getting that first question right. No one is surprised. Your next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. In what movie musical will you hear the songs Hold Me Tight, Don't Let Me Down, and If I Fell? Brian Michaels. I highlighted the cool guys. Brian Michaels being a very, very mature man. And then the cool guy adding on to this lovely, lovely, intelligent conversation. 5, 4,
Repeat the question.
3. That is going to be Nick's first repeat. In what movie musical will you hear the songs Hold Me Tight, Don't Let Me Down, and If I Fell? I will say I definitely did not pick the most famous, most popular songs from this musical because that's just a little too easy. And here at Classic, while this is the intro league, we can't just give you free questions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Bill.
For the record, I hate this category with the burning heat of Rage of 1,000 Dying Suns. I guessed La La Land. I have no idea.
That is incorrect. I would never write a question about that movie. Boatman.
I guess Begin Again.
That is incorrect, but it is a great film. Nick.
I just kind of picked one randomly. I put Dirty Dancing.
That is not a musical. Nico.
That is not. Nope.
Oh,
The music.
That is a musical, but that is incorrect. And Scribs.
yeah, I didn't pick a musical either. I picked Guardians Volume 2.
Start.
That is also incorrect. The answer is Across the Universe. Those are all Beatles songs, guys.
They are. Oh yes, they
Oh,
are.
yeah, they are.
Oh,
They're all
jeez.
Beatles songs. You just gotta
Well-
think about it. I couldn't pick like Hey Jude. That would make it too easy.
I'm not a 70-year-old
I mean, it could have been
teenager
like,
Boatman.
Hey, that is one of my top favorite movies, Nico. So back on.
Oh man.
it
Guardians,
been like yesterday because it was in that, and that was basically a musical.
Yeah, there you go.
Guardians of the Galaxy happens across the universe.
Not wrong.
It happens across the galaxy, Scribs. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
Question
Well-
number 3.
Question number 3 comes in the category of horror, and I didn't realize I did this because I asked. Horror. What is the name given to the plant in Little Shop of Horrors, which is another musical? I'm so sorry, but oops. Uh, I mean, I love this movie. It's great.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3,
This is a joke answer
2,
because I don't really know.
1, and we will start with The Man of Many Boats.
It is Audrey 2.
Audrey.
Nick, did you have that?
I didn't have it.
Do you want to share what you did have?
Bob. Bob the
Nico,
Flower.
Petey Piranha.
Great guess, but incorrect. Scribs.
Yeah,
Audrey 2. That's
I
right.
put Audrey 2.
2 from Scribs. Scribs is on the board, and Bill.
I did not get that right. I guessed Lucille, but I knew it was a woman's name. I just couldn't remember it.
It
So
is a woman's name. He names it after the woman he loves. Also,
Right.
Brian asking why I'm talking like I'm hosting a PBS show. It's because I got a microphone and I'm still not used to talking like a normal person when I have somewhere very specific to put my voice. Question number 4 comes in the category of comedy films. Thank you, Nick, for the very mild laughter.
Yeah.
In It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, the money the group is looking for is said to be buried under a giant what? I watched this film for the first time very recently, and I loved it. Tony joking that I'm going to host a 7-hour documentary about the Civil War. No, it will be about the War of 1812, where we burned the White House down. Go Canada. And 5,
Yeah.
4,
This is for charity. There will
3,
be no burning of countries in this
2.
in this
We're
stream.
not burning the whole country, just the White House. 1, pens down, and we will start with Nick
It was a letter. I think I guessed W.
and Nico.
Buried under a tree?
Scribs.
I put a bridge, but I think
Bill.
that's a different movie.
I put the letter M.
And
It's a big W.
a big W is correct.
So you
The
knew,
W is
like-
made out of trees, but they never say it's under trees. They say it's under a W, so I unfortunately can't give it to you, Nico.
That was a total guess, and you're still not gonna give it. to
It's
me.
a W made of trees, but they always just say it's under a big W.
Does Nick
I don't
get
know
the
why I'm
point?
saying
Yeah,
W like I'm George Bush, but
just for
W.
future reference, did I get that point or no?
Yeah, you said W. That's
I
fine.
said
That's all I
W,
needed.
yeah.
All
Okay.
I needed was W.
Okay, no, that's fine. I wasn't sure if the
I just went overboard and said a big W because that's what Jimmy Durant.
A giant, a big W.
Okay, got it. Okay.
The
making
next question comes in the category of drama.
hmm
Which Bowman, do you want to say your signature line?
I retired that.
Oh, great. Then never mind. Anyways, in Brokeback Mountain, the titular mountain is in what U.S. state? I'm pretty sure you're all American, so this question is reasonable. But I'm Canadian, and I may or may not have been to this state. I think I have, actually. I could be wrong, though. I've been to like 4 or 5 states. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Nico.
I was stuck between Utah and Colorado, and I put Colorado.
Both would be incorrect either way. Scribs.
I was stuck between Wyoming and Montana, and I put Montana.
That's very unfortunate. Bill.
I also guessed Montana.
It is one of the states I've been to, but it is incorrect. Boatman.
I said South Carolina.
Nope. And Nick.
Ooh, I went with Wyoming. I was also between Montana and Wyoming.
It is Wyoming. Wyoming is the correct answer.
Ooh.
One of the
Oof.
4 U.S. states I've been to. The others being Montana, California, and Washington. This has been fun facts about Cameron. Anyways, next question comes in the category of movie quotes, and this is a long one, so brace yourselves,
Of
boys.
course it is, Cam.
Look, it's either a very long quote or a very short quote. There's no in-betweens on this show. Anyways, you're in for a treat. Okay. In what movie will you hear the following quote? Oh, but I do all too well. You're the man, captain of the basketball team, dates the pretty girls, high school is your kingdom. But people, Stan is a bully. Why? It'd be way too easy to say Stan preys on the weak simply because he's a dick. No, Stan here is much more complex than that. See, according to leading psychiatrists, Stan is a bully for one of three reasons. One, underneath all that male bravado, there's an insecure little girl banging on the closet door trying to get out. Two, like a caveman, Stan's brain is underdeveloped. Therefore, Stan is unable to use self-control, and so he acts out aggressively. And three, Stan has a small wiener. Don't hurt yourself, big boy.
What?
Don't,
I know what this is from, but I can't think of it.
no one be that guy. Don't anyone do it, right?
I was thinking about this movie recently and went, I want to write a question about it. And I went, I need something to write. And I picked this quote for some reason. And we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2,
Not gonna get it.
1. Thank goodness no one said repeat pens. We'll start with Nico.
Is it Remember the Titans?
Not even close.
Funny if it was, that'd be hilarious.
Scribs.
I tried to think of a movie that they play basketball in, and all I could pull was Teen Wolf.
That is incorrect, but they do it. There is a very notable moment with the basketball in this scene. Bill.
I feel like this is gonna be one of those teen comedies. So I guess She's All That.
It is a teen comedy, but it is not She's All That. Boatman
Not in that blank board.
and Nick.
I actually like this movie quite a bit, and well, I hope it's right. Is it 17 again?
It is 17 again.
I just watched this like a few weeks ago. Holy shit.
Dang it.
Oh, I
Put down.
love that movie so much. It's
I
so
know,
good.
it's a very underrated film.
That's great. It's just a fun time.
Mhm.
And Brian Michael saying somehow he knew it from the first line of the quote, which is incredible.
No, it took the last 2 rules for me to figure that out.
Yeah. There's nothing more notable than Zac Efron saying that
Someone has a tiny
that
wiener.
Stan has a small wiener and then almost throwing a basketball straight at his head.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Your penultimate question, pronouncing the word correctly as it's supposed to be, comes in the category of new releases. What actress stars as a kindergarten teacher whose field trip is ruined by a zombie outbreak in the 2019 film Little Monsters? I quite enjoyed this film. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. Josh Gad is very funny in this movie. And we are going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we are going to start with Scribs.
I have no idea. I've never heard of this movie.
Bill.
What he said.
Boatman.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Nick.
Lupita Nyong'o.
And Nico.
Aubrey Plaza. I thought this was her kind of movie.
That very much does sound like an Aubrey Plaza type movie, but it is Lupita Nyong'o.
I mean,
All I
live
could think of was Howie Mandel and Fred Savage. That's the only Little Monsters I know.
And your final question.
And this
In
has been
round
fun,
one.
but I'll be out after this because I don't know.
Bill, you and I are tied with nothing.
Your final question comes in the category of actors and actresses. Which actor has played a depressed writer, a robot, a household object, and Jesus? I'll give you a little bit of extra time to think about this one because it's one of those ones where there's a lot of things going on.
Oh,
Is it?
And you're going to go 5, 4,
Can you repeat?
3, Bill using it right before Nico was about to. I saw the look on Nico's face and the lean into the microphone. Which actor has played a depressed writer, a robot, a household object, and Jesus?
No. Okay.
I'm a fan of this performer. They have a lot of credits, not all of which I could include, because that would be a very, very long question. And we are going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Bill.
Shot in the dark because I have no idea. Willem Dafoe.
Boatman.
I also said Willem Dafoe.
Nick.
Only guy I could think of, Willem Dafoe.
Nico.
Robin Williams.
And Scribbs.
Yeah, I went with Robin Williams also.
The answer is Ewan McGregor.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
He plays a depressed writer in Moulin Rouge.
Oh,
He plays
yeah.
a robot in Robots. He
Oh.
plays a household object in Beauty and the Beast 2017,
That
and
was
he
good.
plays Jesus in the film Last Days in the Desert.
That's
yeah.
okay. Well done.
All right.
So that will bring us to the end of round number 1, and the scores look like this. Tied for first place with 4 points, we have Boatman and Nick, followed by Scribbs with 1 point, and then Nico and Bill are tied with 0. So,
This is
gentlemen,
embarrassing.
That happens,
This
man.
is-
we are going to go to a tiebreaker.
I've done it before
So-
myself.
Oh,
I am going to say, Boatman, Rotten Tomatoes or box office,
Rotten Tomatoes.
God damn it.
Graph.
and
You're the worst boatman.
and Mr. Nick Big Sal Carly,
Yes.
movie number 1 or movie number 2?
Let's go movie number 2.
All right, gentlemen. The movie, which I need you to get as close as you can to the Rotten Tomatoes score, is the 2002 Dana Carvey film, The Master of Disguise.
I'm sorry.
I know a lot of people that love this movie.
Let's go to the Turtle Club. Turtle.
Am I too turtley for the Turtle Club?
Why not?
Yep.
Stop it, all of you. Shame. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Oh, I hate this movie, but
Oh my god, my roommate
20
used to love this movie and I couldn't figure it
I
out.
say 5,
Man, he take the rest.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Bill.
I have no idea. 7%.
I mean,
Nico.
79%.
There's
man.
a very, very large difference of opinion. Moving on to round number 2. Only 6 away from the correct answer of 1% is going to
I mean,
be.
shit.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
going to be Bill.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That is funny. That is. I apologize.
Every once in a while,
Actually,
you
what
throw
was
in
it?
something
So-
that's got a
Oh
really,
my
really
God.
low or really high.
I'm sorry, Nico.
One.
Unfortunately, with that means that Nico has been eliminated. Nico, I will gladly let you stay on the stream because this is for your event, but unfortunately, your night for answering questions has ended.
Oh no.
So with that, we move on to round. I'm sorry. With that, we
Click the
move
link in the
on to-
description below and please donate to Trivia for Thon 2. Hashtag trivia, the number 4, THON, the number 2. The Four Diamonds Fund greatly appreciates all of your contributions. Every dollar counts.
I
Yep.
appreciate the fact that the 2 is clearly written on a different piece of paper that has just been stuck onto the back.
This is so it's easier to change change it out for 3
Every
next
year.
year.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
That makes
See,
sense.
he's working smart, not
There
hard.
you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna move on to round number 2, which is gonna work like this. Each competitor is going to pick one number, except for the competitors in the lead, who are each gonna get to pick 2. We are then going to spin the a wheel. If your number comes up, you are going to get to pick which category we play in this round. But there's going to be one extra number that no one has. If that number comes up, then the secret category will be played automatically. Reminder, if you choose to play the secret category, each question is worth 2 points. If you do not choose to, if the secret category comes up on the wheel, the questions are only worth 1 point. So with that being said, Nick, please give me one number between 1 and 7.
Let's go 3.
All right. Now, Boatman, give me 2
1.
numbers between 1 and 7.
Oh, 2 numbers. Okay, 1 and 6.
1 and 6. Now, Nick, give me another number.
Let's go 4.
And now, Scribs
2.
and Bill, do you want 5 or 7?
I mean, number 5 will always love you. So
There you go. All right. Now we are going to bring up our lovely wheel containing the numbers 1 through 7 multiple times because there is a limit on how big a wheel, how small a wheel can be.
Mm-hmm.
And we spin. And the number we get is number 6, Mr. Caleb
6.
Boatman. You are going to get to pick today's category.
Okay.
And your choices are Christmas musicals, body swapping movies, scores and soundtracks, category 4, which is movies with the number 4 in the title, 21st century rom-coms, or you can choose the secret category.
Boatman, I will Venmo
I'll give you a hint.
$20
Everyone in the audience is
to
trying
not
to
take
pick
scores and soundtracks.
I will not be taking scores and soundtracks.
Okay, cool.
yes.
It could
I
be in
think
your pocket.
maybe not. I don't know. I need to think because I was gonna do body swapping, but then I remembered Nick knew 17 again, and I didn't. I would need to play this strategically here.
I will say this much. I have moved away from the thing I used to do every single week where I ask 2 questions about the same movie, so there will not be a 17 again question in there.
You know what? There better be a question about 2003's Freaky Friday, so I'm gonna take body swapping movies.
Okay.
Alrighty, body swapping movies. Gentlemen, your first question in the category of body swapping movies. Bowman, you're welcome. In 2003's Freaky Friday,
No.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan's body swap is triggered by what food item?
What is it?
I enjoy this movie. I also enjoy the 2018 Disney Channel original movie of Freaky Friday, where instead of whatever item it is that you need to write down, they use magic hourglasses.
And I
And
even
it's also a
admitted
musical.
it isn't magic hourglasses.
And I'm
Everyone's
fond
favorite
of
food item, magic hourglasses. 5, 4, that tasty, tasty sand. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Scribs.
I'm pretty sure in this one it's a fortune cookie.
William.
Don't call me that. I do not remember. I'm guessing chocolate. So
Boatman.
It is a fortune cookie.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd know that one. And Nick.
I knew it was a Chinese restaurant, but I guessed fortune cookie. Ooh.
That's the correct answer.
Woo, man.
I still have 0, correct?
That is unfortunately correct.
That is super great. So this has been great. It's been great.
Get it out of your system now, Bill. Get all your.
Your next question. What 2 actors swap bodies in 2011's The Change Up? I remember seeing trailers for this movie being in the theater and being like, I'm 11 and I don't need to see this. And I still haven't. I think I made the right decision.
I obviously didn't. That's why I'm eliminated.
And we're going to go 5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. That is Nick's second repeat. You got 1 left.
Yeah.
What 2 actors swap bodies in 2011's The Change Up? I just heard my dad in the background clapping really loud, which means that the Edmonton Oilers probably just scored a point in hockey.
All right.
Because that's the only time my dad is ever downstairs is when he's watching hockey.
I was
5,
gonna say. I thought you were gonna say that's the only time he claps about anything.
2. I mean, honestly, yeah. 1. Pens down. And we'll start with Bill.
Please tell me I actually got one. Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman.
Bill is on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay, Bill.
Oh my god.
All he is can suck it.
Ryan Reynolds, Jason Bateman. I don't know.
Ryan Reynolds and Jason Batman is correct. Nick
Oh, that repeat helped me a bunch. Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman.
and Scribs.
All right. Well, Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman.
Ryan
Clinton
Reynolds
Sweet.
and Jason Bateman. Your next question, your penultimate question in round 2. In what film do childhood friends Woody and Nell swap bodies after arguing in front of a statue of the Aztec god Tezcatlipoca?
Close enough.
I may have mispronounced that, but Aztec gods, not my specialty.
Would the movie Face Off be included in this category?
They don't swap
technically,
bodies, they swap faces.
It's part of the body.
Thought it was worth asking.
5, 4.
Repeat it,
3.
please.
All right, that is Scribs' first repeat. In what film do childhood friends Woody and Nell swap bodies after arguing in front of a statue of the Aztec god Tezcatlipoca? It's a hard name to pronounce.
Yeah.
And Scully accurately saying Gesundheit.
Sounds right.
It's pretty accurate.
That is not how I
There's
thought that
also-
word was
There's also
spelled.
discourse about hockey with the cool guy saying that hockey is not a real sport. And someone getting very, very mad about that. I think that's Joe Harrison.
That would be my
5,
guess.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Boatman.
Shout out to Jake Marangoni. It's a boy-girl thing.
Nick.
I had no idea. I didn't have anything.
Scribs.
Yeah, I made something up. I put Switcheroony.
Man.
That's a good name for a body swapping movie.
It
though.
is,
And
right?
Bill.
Holy girl.
Yeah, thanks for asking me anyway, but no.
Also, for the record, literally, I have written as the answer, it's a boy-girl thing. You're welcome, Jake Marangoni.
I'm going to look that one up. Never heard of it.
Final question in body swapping movies. What is the name of the cat Kevin Spacey turns into in 9 Lives?
I mean, is that really body swapping? Because the cat doesn't become him.
Yeah, it's not swapping.
That's not swapping. That's just you
His
became
body
a cat.
swaps from one of a human to one of a cat.
Yeah, but what happens to the cat? It doesn't become him. I don't know about that.
Deal
one.
with it. The question has been asked.
Oh my
Fine.
God.
Whatever. That's fine. It's something stupid.
And we
Like
are
this whole
going
movie is.
to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I appreciate this great joke answer.
Christopher Plummer. Yes.
And we are going to start with Nick.
I don't know. Is it Bubbles?
It is not
No.
Scribs.
Is it Fluffy?
It is not, but you're not far. Bill.
First up, not one question about the movie Like Father, Like Son. I call horse crap. I'm guessing Sparkles. It's been fun, though. Thanks for having me.
And Boatman.
I would have loved a vice versa question. Mittens.
The answer is Mr. Fuzzy Pants.
Oh, that was going to be my second choice.
Jeez. Okay. Mr. Fuzzy.
That at the end of round number 2, the scores look like this. Caleb Boatman has 7 points. Nick Carley has 6 points. Scribs has 3 points. And unfortunately, with only 1 point, we will be saying goodbye to Bill. Bill, thank you for coming. You're welcome to hang out on stream, or if you need to go, you can go. but we are going to move into round number 3.
May I promote this real quickly?
Yes.
Okay, once again, we are doing this for Trivia for Thon 2, hashtag trivia, the number 4, THON, the number 2. Click the link in the description below of this video and donate to the 4 Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of my and Penn State New Kensington's joint Thon fundraising efforts. Again, we're doing this for a great cause, helping out kids with cancer, giving them a little hope, and letting them know that there's a light at the end of that dark tunnel.
All right. And we move into round number 3. Also, people saying that the reason there were no post 2000 or pre 2000 body swapping movies asked. Some saying I wasn't alive before 2000. That's true, but deal with it. It's my show. I'm allowed to write what I want. And there were questions about older movies. You just had to pick Christmas musicals where there's only one post 2000s question.
That's
But you didn't do that, did you?
Musicals
So-
are awful.
Ooh. Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
hey,
Because
meet
I
me
knew
in
there was
St.
going to
Louis.
be an Anna and the Apocalypse question, and I hadn't seen that movie.
I think the greatest thing is that there's non-Anna and the Apocalypse question in that category.
Okay, then.
Fair
Deal
enough.
with it. There was Meet Me in St. Louis and The Nightmare Before Christmas. And we're not getting into the discourse of if that's a Christmas movie. Round number 3 is going to work like this. 5 questions. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. We go until one player has mathematically eliminated the others or until all 5 questions have been finished. That's about it. Boatman, you have 3 repeats left. Scribs, you have 2. And Nick, you have 1. And your first question comes in the category of 90s films. After Life, what is the first thing Mark Renton states you should choose at the beginning of Trainspotting? So I'm saying, like, in the opening monologue, he says, choose life. I want the next thing he says to choose in that opening monologue. Also, still more discourse about sports going on in the comments. Now talking about the other Canadian sport, curling. Fun fact, curling is the only sport I have ever won a trophy in, and that's not a joke.
I won a jiu-jitsu tournament a couple of years ago.
I saw a curling tournament once. I still have no idea what they're doing.
5. It's like horseshoes, but with rocks and ice. 4,
And brooms.
3, and brooms.
Yeah.
True.
I call it
2,
sweeping.
1, pens down. We will start with Scribs.
It's been so long since I've watched that. I know they do a lot of heroin in there, right?
I mean, that's a fair guess based on the content of the movie, but that is incorrect. Boatman
I said a job.
and Nick.
I put money.
A job is the correct answer.
Oh, that's a big swing.
Your next question comes in the category of... I forgot to write a category next to it. We'll say crime. In the category of crime. In Leon, the Professional, what is notable about Leon's best friend? That is truly the only way I could phrase this question. Curling is basically competitive mopping. That's not true. The water is frozen, so take that.
It would just take a long time.
If you sweep hard enough, eventually it'll become
Eventually,
mopping.
you will get that. Yeah.
And we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Boatman.
The friend is a plant. It's a plant.
Nick.
I put a plant as well.
Yeah, that's all I need. And
Okay.
Scribs.
Yeah, I went with a gun.
I mean, that's also a fair guess based on what
Yeah.
that movie is about. But he is a plant. He's
I would
always
have-
happy. He never complains. He likes
I would
the
have
sun.
2 points right now.
Good friend.
Just want to say that out loud.
And we go to the next question, which is in the category of thriller films. It could also be the category of movie release dates, and I apologize. How many years after The Shining did Doctor Sleep come out? And for those saying Dr. Sleep has not been released on physical media yet, too bad. We all know what year Dr. Sleep was released, and release dates don't need a theatrical, don't need to be on disc yet. So deal with it. And The Shining definitely has had a physical release already. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Nick.
I believe it's 39.
Scribs.
I put 40.
And Boatman.
It is 39. I almost messed up on the marathon. Said 29.
I almost did too.
It is 39. The Shining was released in 1980. Dr. Sleep, of course, being released last year in 2019.
Because Caleb's up by 3, right? Is it okay if we get a quick score
Caleb
update?
is up by, yeah, let me count a second.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because if he's up by 3, I think it's over.
There's 2 more questions.
I guess
So
he has to
Boatman-
admit. Yeah, that's
If Boatman misses both and you hit both, then
Okay.
you win.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm just playing for fun at this point.
You are just playing for fun at this point. To update the score for Scribs, you currently have 0 points.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we lose. I may go negative.
I would be at 3 right now.
I've only seen Freaky Friday out of all the movies mentioned in this match.
Oh, wow. Your penultimate question comes in the category of coming-of-age films. And I swear I wrote this before I knew who was competing. What is the name of the water park Duncan works at in the way back? Yeah, I wrote it before I knew who the competitors were, and I don't change when I know who's in, and I know Boatman knows it. I'm sorry.
I might as well just do the announcement right now.
I'm very sorry.
And your winner.
Yeah, I mean, even if I get it right, it's still over.
Not only do I know that Bowman knows this, I'm pretty sure while filming something that has not been released yet, I to Bowman's face said that it was this to appease him. 5, 4, 3,
No clever.
2, 1. We'll start with Scribs.
This isn't it. I put Watertown.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Nick.
I couldn't think of anything clever. I haven't seen that movie.
And
I would just like to say
Boatman.
this movie is a delight and everyone should see it. It is.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, no,
Perfect.
it's a great film.
It is Water Whiz.
Water Whiz.
Water
That
Whiz.
seems like a really unfortunate
Oh.
name for a park.
Yeah.
And your winner, Caleb the Little Boatman.
I mean,
Thank
you can
you.
sound happy about it, but it's cool.
No, I'm happy about it. But like the fact that it had to go down that way,
That's okay.
where there's truly no suspense involved in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, your winner is Caleb the Little Boatman. Boatman, you are the first classic winner of 2019. 2020. It's 2020 now. It's 2020. Boatman, how does it feel?
I'm happy to get the win. I'm gonna admit, I thought round 1 I was a little bit rough, so I kind of. But then once I hit round 2, I kind of hit my stride there, and then I got a way back question, which I never get way back questions, so I was very happy about that.
Because not enough people have seen the gem of a movie that not only references the original Footloose, but also the 2011 Footloose remake. And that's a quality film right there.
That is.
We move on to Nick Big Sal Carly. Nick, you got second place. How does it feel?
Pretty good. Like first and second round were pretty solid, but obviously there's movies I need to watch, including the way back. But no, I'm happy with my performance. There's obviously improvement, but I feel I'm getting better with every match. So just be excited to see the season start once it starts back up.
Absolutely. Also, I want to say Brian Michael saying Bowman loses 3 points for being late. Bowman still would have won.
Yeah, he still would have won because he was up by 5 at the end.
Yeah. So we will move on to Mr. Hillbilly Scribs. You made it to round 3 in your first
Yeah.
match. That's always something to be proud of. How does it feel?
Oh, this was a blast. This was a whole lot of fun. I hope I get in on another one of these. And I gotta say, even though I missed that release date type question, that is the closest I've ever gotten on a movie release date.
Nice.
Absolutely. numbers scare the man.
They
so,
scare me big time. Anything higher than an 11 is tough.
We moved the man on his left or right. Again, the directions on StreamYard confuse me because if I point to my left, it points toward the right, the side of me on the screen.
Yes.
But Mr. Bill Philadelphia Carriola wasn't. Apparently, I wrote really hard questions today.
It was all movies I either haven't seen or haven't seen in like years. Nine Lives is not a body swap movie. That is a bunch of horse pucky. Because we don't follow the adventures of whatever ended up being the cat. Because in the Hot Chick, we follow both of them. That's how swap works. So, but you know what? Whatever. Conspiracy against me. That's fine. But you know what? It's cool. I mean, I got my own belt right here. So I'm just gonna wear that now so I can feel better about myself while I cry. Yeah, no, I mean, all kidding aside, it was a lot of fun. You can't win them all, but this was for a good cause. I was very happy to be asked to be a part of this. This was a blast. I love all these guys. It's a great group. So thank you. And I will never see the Way Back. I don't even know what that is. So
It's delightful. It's
It
great.
is.
It's great.
It is one of the best movies of the 2010s, and I stand by that.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I
Bill,
fully agree.
I don't know. I've seen Soul Plane.
I'll watch it.
Come
for
out in the
you.
20s.
I haven't.
Also, Jimmy is wondering what is Scribbs' final score. Technically, it's -1.
-1, yeah.
And last but certainly not least, we move over to Mr. Nico Rigoli. Unfortunately, round one was not your friend today. But hey, you set up this match. I think it was a really fun time. And it's for a good cause. Is there anything you want to say to add on to that before we get out of here?
Yes, first off, thank you to everyone who was a part of this match. From you, Cameron, being the host, to all the competitors here. Bill, never change. You're a fantastic human being. Same goes to you, Nick Boatman. You've been helping me through some tough times here and there. And Scribbs, you've been one of the biggest champions of what I've been doing for the past couple months, getting this whole thing ready. So
I was just gonna say, great. It's a great cause.
I can't thank you enough for all the help you've been. And before I do one last plug for the chair day, I just want to let you know what else is coming up for the next 2 days. So about 9 minutes ago, the second match of tonight was released. It is a UFC trivia Iron Man match in the Full Metal Random department. So right here on this channel, you can go check that out. It's myself versus Grant Gregory versus Adonis Nazario in UFC trivia. It was a fun time, and thank you to Malcolm for hosting that one. And tomorrow, there will be another Full Metal Random match. It'll be me versus Nazario Montenegro. We're tackling the Lego theatrically released movies and the Bionicle DVDs. And then that'll be followed by my debut in the Featured Presentations Trivia League over in the Featured Presentations Productions channel. It'll be myself and Andrew James Barr taking on Little Boat over there, Caleb Boatman, and one of my favorite people that I've never gotten to compete against, Michael Wood. So that's going to be a very interesting match right there.
I'm not going to lie, I forgot that match was happening. But
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And again, click the link in the description below for Trivia for Thon 2, #trivia, the number 4, THON, the number 2. We're doing this for a good cause. We're raising money for the 4 Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of my and Penn State New Kensington's Thon fundraising efforts. All the proceeds go to making sure kids with cancer and their families, the costs are taken care of, so they have one less thing to worry about in their fight against cancer. Let's give them some hope in this dark time for them. Everyone has lost someone to cancer, myself included. I lost my father a couple years back, and it means a lot to me. And I want to see this do as well as it did last year.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, with that, I think we are going to end this. Thank you guys all for coming. Thank everyone for watching. We had like 20 different people watching live at any given time for this match, which is more than I think we've ever had, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's real good.
So thank everyone for watching. Thank you guys all for playing. Have a good afternoon, everybody. And did you know that Nicolas Cage once bought an octopus because he thought it would make him better at acting?
That makes sense.
We all
It's true.
Yeah.